Good morning. It is Saturday, and we are continuing with the items that I most recently acquired in the Devious Deckbuilders Humble Bundle. Starting up the game. There it goes. So this game is called the Book of Hours. Books are the memory which does not die, inscribed in 5 languages over the gate of Hush House. Go quietly. Book of Hours is a forgiving sort of game. If you're worried you might be stuck, there's usually another way. Okay, so in this game, you are a librarian of like an occult library, is my understanding. And it's somehow a deck builder, so I'm very intrigued. We're gonna see how this goes. One thing I'm not sure I like about this game is that it's making my computer do a very high-pitched whine. But like, it's actually not so bad. It was worse when I first started the game up. So I guess we'll just do new game. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The librarian has left the world behind. This has its advantages, but also its price. Rankrug, March 7th, 1936. There has been no librarian at Hush House since the fire, 7 years ago now. Oh no, I wanted to read that. St. Brendan's Cove. Right, what are we doing here? What are we doing? The cold comes first, thunder growling, waves pounding, and finally me, sprawled on the sodden sand of the beach. There's something in my hand. What do I have left to work with? Oh dear God, please tell me this isn't like the cult game. This looks very familiar. Please tell me this isn't like Cult Simulator. I'm soaked, I'm freezing, but as far as I can tell, I'm still alive. You still have some health. Don't lose it. You need it if you want to be alive. What else do you have? Your single remaining possession is in belongings at the top. This? Perhaps this book can help me put the pieces together. There was a storm. It smashed the ship like an egg, but I seized this book as the sea seized me, and then the sea brought me here to Brandkrug. This is like Cult Simulator. With the caveat that it seems to be somewhat explaining the rules to me, but I am not happy. The human soul has 9 parts. Eloquence and understanding rise from that part of the soul we call shapt. Is my shapt strong? Recover this. The 2 other possibilities will be lost at sea for now. Human soul has 9 parts. Fet is the part of the soul that dreams. Is my fet strong? Exuberance, enthusiasm, instinct all rise from that part of the soul we call core. Is my core strong? So I can do, like, enthusiasm, instinct, I can do dreams, or I can do understanding. How about we do understanding, because I don't know what is happening in this game. This is the coast where Brankrug Isle lies. My sources briefed me thoroughly about the place, and I know there's no way I can cross to the isle in these seas. I'll need to find shelter for the night. Whist is the soul's memory, the true name scratched on its cornerstone, what remains after the rest has passed. Choose a strong whist and a past where you sought voices that have fallen silent. The waves will wash away the others for now. Arab is the shadow in the soul's cellar. Pride, fear, hatred, compassion. Maybe attachment. The light within. Sight, perception, inspiration. Metal. Will, self-discipline, the part of us which makes a right choice. I go for insight. We're going full Ravenclaw here. Perhaps I'll find safety from what follows me, but what was that exactly? First things first, I remember there's someone in the village who will give me sanctuary if I can get there. Mysteries have been added to your journal. You can begin to investigate them when you and your journal are both dry. Examine, appreciate, catalog, consider. Why is this counting down? Find somewhere to warm up. I should dry this book out. I can't glean anything from this book until I've dried it out carefully. To do that, I'll need to find somewhere warmer, much warmer. An old friend's address. No? Oh boy! We're back to this! We're back to this BS! Clicking a slot will highlight cards that can go there. Perhaps there's someone out there even in this weather. I could fill my lungs and bellow for help. That would also mean I don't need to crawl any further. At last, I see a light of a hurricane lamp bobbing in the dark. As it approaches, a face glimmers above the lamp. Okay, the glowing thing helps. Come no closer. What is thy business? Be someone that'll speak for ye? Of course, since 1930 and the Restoration, locals have grown ever more suspicious of foreigners, but there's someone in Brankrug I know. I'll take ye by the cliffs, then. This gentleman is no longer skeptical. Use him to unlock Brankrug village. The gentleman wishes you to understand that he's talked enough, and he would like to get out of the rain now, please and thank you. Use him to unlock the path of the cliffs. There's nothing lit up. What am I supposed to do? How do I move? Is there a non-stupid mode? Just unlock all resolutions. Oh, that's whatever. Controls. No, non-stupid mode. Go to next complete recipe with backspace. I could try that. Backspace doesn't do anything. At least this isn't ticking down. Oh no, it is still ticking down. I had to close the thing that was covering up what I needed to click on. Excellent. Very A+ game design. And I got an achievement for that, because that was a goddamn achievement. Now it's not allowing me to close this. Okay. This has got to be made by the Cultist Simulator people. Idle flats. Nobody. How do I move on? Yeah, Devil's Cry. I don't know if you witnessed my playing of Cultist Simulator. It was like this, but even worse. Because there was, like, no glowing to help you. How do I move? You don't think you were here for that game? You missed nothing. You just missed me cursing. Really, you can double click. Oh! Scroll wheel and clicking. Left click to interact with objects and rooms. Right click or use cursor keys to move your view around. Okay. Oh. So can I go up here now? Okay. After the restoration of 1930, New King's agents came looking for his enemies in these parts, and they weren't gentle about it. Since those days, locals are suspicious of foreigners. No one in Sweet Bones will talk to me. A sea of hostile faces. Nothing is glowing. Smithy is locked. 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 Mistcloak Bridge. Every so often someone builds a bridge to the Isle. Each bridge lasts 100 years or 200. Then the sea disposes of it. This was built in the 1890s. And that makes it the newest bridge, but doesn't mean it's new. Repairs. Nope. Door opens. Who's there? Considering I was about to die... Timothy flutters fussily while Terrence and the housekeeper business herself with practicality. She shows up to a warm room at the top of the house where a fire is already made up. So just because it says locked doesn't mean that you cannot go there. Yeah, this is just like Cultist Simulator, which I hated. So I think we're probably going to play this for a little bit longer. Try to determine the ways in which it is different, and then uninstall it, and move on to the next game. Reverend Timothy is touchingly excited to meet his correspondent in person. I'm still too exhausted to hold up my end of the conversation, and Terrence is not a talkative woman, but the Reverend can talk for 3. At last, however, he suddenly realizes how exhausted I am and lets me sleep. Reverend Timmy's words always run ahead of him, but his thoughts always catch up. Reverend Timothy is always pleased to see you. Study. But I don't have anything I can put it here. Wait. See, my understanding was that this was going to be like managing books in a library, and I'm still trying to get to the library. Hero librarian. Is this a cute librarian you want to make a move on but don't know how to approach, or one of the bumbling, unassuming oaf variety? I would say it's the one that you're scared to approach because of knowledge of the occult. According to the description. Yeah, this is not a deck builder. This was in the Deck Builder Humble Bundle. This is not a deck builder. This is an RPG with stupid card mechanic. It is literally Cultist Simulator with slightly more guidance. It looked like maybe that glowed. Okay, it looks like when I click this, some other stuff lights up, so... Add an element of the soul to enhance, or just talk. Unlike some... Alright, I don't have... Oh, I can add this? I can discuss my memory with the assistant. We use up the memory, but boost the assistant's abilities for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's a card-based RPG. Is there some combat in this, or I think it's non-combat focused. It's relationships and figuring out how to unlock, how to progress. The puzzle is how to progress in the game. As expected with these types. Should I have expected this? I'm looking at the store page again, and all of the shots are from like managing the library. I did not realize it was gonna be frickin' Cultist Simulator again. I maybe should have known. In some of the later pages, it does kind of look like it, but I only looked at the first couple, and like I said, I just kind of grabbed the Humble Bundle because it was cheap. Memories don't last long outside books, but it's made a difference for the day. To do what? Yeah, I'm done. I hate this. I hate it so much. Um, it's a stupid game. I don't understand it. This one is at least a little bit better than Cultist Simulator, since Cultist Simulator has a bunch of timers that, you know, the whole point of the game is to figure it out and, like, experiment, and it doesn't give you any kind of tutorial, like, it doesn't give you any help at all. This clearly is timed as well, just not as obviously, since, you know, I'm sitting here doing nothing and time passed. Putting that kind of time pressure when the whole point of the game is trying to figure out what the bleep to do is horrible, and I don't understand how anyone could possibly enjoy it. I legitimately, I don't understand. I don't understand how this is fun. Like, if you're gonna give me a puzzle to figure out, and little, this game, to know, Cultist Simulator, guidance on how to do it. Oh, and they're like, oh, in Cultist Simulator, they're like, oh, a rich and, you know, interesting world of flavor and blah, blah, blah. You know, the narrative is so interesting. And it's like, how do you have time to read the narrative? I'm trying to read what the cards do before they disappear. Like, it's just dumb. It's poorly designed. And how could anyone like this? The recent reviews are very positive. And it says what you do is acquire and investigate occult books and curiosities, craft and use inks, memories and other esoteric tools, study the 9 wisdoms and conquer the 9 elements of the soul, guide visitors who come seeking your assistance, glean rewards for your help with their explorations, explore the secret histories and pantheon of the hours that rule them, restore a vast crumbling edifice built on the foundations of an ancient abbey, decide your past and write your own history, choose from 9 different legacies to determine who you are. You might be a magnate, abandoning wealth to seek peace, or an archaeologist, fleeing the curse you awoke. Perhaps your origins are more esoteric, like the Smurgist or the Twiceborn. Each playthrough offers a different opportunity. Yeah, I'm still in the town. I'm still in the town. I don't know how to even get to this library where I'm supposed to be doing all of these things. And if I'm doing them using this garbage interface, I'm so, like, I guess some people enjoy this. Some people enjoy this because there are some people who, even though the very first comment recently posted improved on the flaws in Cultist Simulator, which was pretty good but too fast-paced, too hard to read stuff, and too vague. This game is similar but less creepy feeling, much more relaxed. The UI is easier, although I really wish you could assign hotkeys to rooms. Scrolling the map is a PTIA, and it actually explains at least some of what you should be doing without overly tutorializing everything. Good rainy day game. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The screenshots on Steam make it look better than it seems. Yeah. I mean, the problem is this is like the introduction and I don't know how to get out. Like, I'm assuming I need to go over here over this bridge and the library is over here, Hush House. But I don't even have the patience to want to do that because it's this stupid interface that I hate, and it's not a deck builder. Granted, this game seems to come from one of the many sides of Steam I steer clear of. Okay, so ultimately, this game is going to fall into the I can't recommend it because it's stupid. Your mileage may vary, but I will say I do think it is a little bit of an improvement over Cultist Simulator because it doesn't seem to be timing you out as easily. It doesn't seem to be killing you without you having any idea of what even just happened. So, and it's giving you, yeah, but, you know, gentle? They said, oh, this is a gentle game. No. It's just Cultist Simulator was being burned alive, and this game is you're being stabbed every couple of minutes with like a small knife. So like it's more manageable, like it's not as bad, but why would you want to do this? I usually try to play games for at least an hour, but I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. So we're gonna move on to the next game. We're gonna go ahead and uninstall this. And then we're gonna move on to the next game. So this has been a very wide variety. So the Humble Bundle so far had Estrella Six-Sided Oracles, which was fantastic, and an actual deck builder, and Book of Hours, which is Cultist Simulator trash that I got tricked into again. The next game in that Humble Bundle, by the way, the Humble Bundle expires in like 13 days, so you've still got about 2 weeks to deal with it. The third game is called Dungeon Drafters. I'm going to run a quick ad while I switch over. But this next one looks like it's actually a procedural deck builder.